What is going on in the NBA with the playoffs only 2 weeks away? Taylor Jenkins gets fired. Mike Malone gets fired. Justin, we're here to talk about it on the Let's Talk Ball podcast, episode 8. We're rocking. How you doing on this Wednesday morning?
I'm doing good, man. I mean, I can't believe all these firings. I think it's ridiculous. You got a championship coach, and 2 weeks before playoffs, you say, see you later.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on in Denver, really.
I don't think anybody really knows. Like, I think you have some NBA insiders that are saying, well, the Nuggets are 3-7 in the last 10 games. So that was kind of like the first check mark on the list. And they're also saying that like Nikola Jokic wasn't happy with the way he was being treated in the offense. And I was like thinking to myself, like, he is their offense.
Yeah, what was he talking about? I saw his stat line like filled.
I have no idea. And then another thing was they were playing Jalen Pickett. I think his name's Jalen. It's either Jalen Pickett or Jalen Puckett. I'm pretty sure it's Pickett, but he's like a rookie or a younger guy. They wanted, or the front office wanted him to be playing over Russ, but Malone was playing Russ over him. Just a whole, like, I don't know, unnecessary stuff that I feel like you could have figured out before the playoffs and especially or after playoffs. Like, you think a interim head coach will do a better job than an NBA winning head coach? I don't know. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they're selling their soul. I mean, he was a championship level head coach just 2 years ago. And they're not bad in the West. They're still like third or fourth. Mm-hmm. I know the West is close, 3 through 8.
Tomorrow, if you're watching this like the next day we're recording, they could drop all the way to 7. Like it's insane out there.
But still, I don't think that justifies the decision they made of getting rid of him. I mean, like you said, they could have. That's something you can talk out.
Right.
Like, figure it out. Develop the young guy.
Right.
Maybe split his time with Russ. Like.
Right. Which I think they were doing, and I just don't think, like, those two things. The last bigger thing I saw was, I guess some Nuggets players weren't happy on how he treated Jokic and Murray. I feel like they put it as if he treated Jokic and Murray better than everybody else, which I can see the frustration being former athletes. Like, I would be pissed if, like, they treated the top 2 guys like gold, like they can't make any mistakes. But again, like you're about to go for an NBA playoff run, and no matter who else you have in your roster, if you have Nikola Jokic, I feel like you have a chance in the West. And the West is so like dense. Like they could have, I'm not gonna say easily, but I would say they're a top 3 like team. Like I would put maybe 4. I would put like Denver, Lakers, Thunder, Warriors, all in the conversation to win the Western Conference. You lose Mike Malone, and I know that later in the podcast, we're going to talk about the hypothetical if Nikola Jokic wants out. But genuinely, like, just wrap up your thoughts on, like, Mike Malone's firing. Maybe he could get another job next season on really just the direction of the Denver Nuggets.
I don't know where the hell the direction is of them going. I think if he gets another job, it's not going to be at an established franchise. It would probably be at, like,
Some people are saying if Nick Nurse gets fired from Philly, Malone could go coach there.
Him to replace Nick Nurse would be a good job if that team changes things up a little bit and Embiid wasn't available.
Yeah,
if he's not available, you're going there to die again.
Yeah, I don't know. If they don't think the Nuggets are a good franchise, I mean, Philly is even worse. Like, yeah. I feel like Philly's in a horrific spot. We'll talk about that probably in the summer in the offseason. But let's get to the fun and hypothetical, probably while you're watching this podcast. By the way, podcast is sponsored by Dabble Fantasy. Let's do a quick little plug of Dabble. Now, listen, if you think you know ball, really any ball too, NBA, MLB, UFC, soccer, anything. I've been cooking on MLB lately, I'm not going to lie. You can pick your favorite players to go more or less than their projected points, rebounds, assists, points, rebound, and assists, 3-pointers, and you can have a blast doing it with your friends. I know we're going to do a daily Dabble later on, but, we'll hang out, we'll get some, finger food, we'll go, put our entry in for Dabble, and right now, when you use my code ALLTALKSPORTS, you get a free $25 when you sign up. Check it out today, link in the bio. Literally, you don't have to deposit anything. Let's get back to the segment. Our favorite segment is the hypotheticals. We did an NBA redraft. We did where would Kevin Durant go. Now, talking about probably, in my opinion, I don't know about your opinion, the best player in basketball, Nikola Jokic. If Nikola Jokic wants out of Denver, who is your team to go and snag up the best player in basketball, Nikola Jokic?
I got to say, OKC. I mean, they just have a lot to offer. And I think they have the best assets to make something happen with Denver.
Wow. I'm not going to lie. I want to hear your thought process. I didn't think about OKC, but I thought about another Western Conference team. But that, like, can you imagine Shea and Jokic on the same team? They might run the West the next 10 years, but what would they have to give up? Like, what's your trade package?
What would they have to give up? I mean, think about it. They got a lot of cap space.
Right.
They have a bunch of draft capital. They have a bunch of picks that they're sitting on. waiting. It's almost like they're waiting to strike.
Right.
They were waiting for something like this to happen.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about them getting KD. We talked about them getting, I don't even remember at this point. They could really get anybody they want, I think. And I think what is so scary is not only they have picks, but they have young players. Now, I think it would take a lot more to acquire Nikola Jokic than Kevin Durant. Obviously, the age, the talent. He's going to be a 4 to 5 time MVP when he hangs it up. So what do you think? What's your trade package for Nikola Jokic?
I'd probably say Jalen Williams.
I think definitely.
Young star, defensive guy. You got to get rid of Holmgren. Yeah. He's gone. Because, first of all, he wouldn't even play. Well, it would be a cool pairing if they played together.
That would be sick.
There's no way. Yeah, no. They can't do that. So I think he's gone. And Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
A young playmaker. And they'd have to throw in a bunch of picks, like first-round picks.
Like 3 or 4. Yeah, and to be honest, like that's a haul. And like Thunder fans, if you're watching, or really NBA fans in general, comment down below what you guys think. But that's like a realistic package. Like the Thunder would have to give up the farm for him. And Chet and J-Dub, I feel like, are there obviously 2 and 3 next to Shea. But acquiring Jokic, you're going to need to get rid of those 2 guys. And if you're the Thunder, do you want to downsize? I mean, obviously you have a lot of depth on your team. Getting rid of Nikola Jokic, I think, is how you pronounce his name. Topic or Topic, whatever. He hasn't played in NBA yet. He actually came into the league with a torn ACL. But he's a lottery pick in last year's draft or the year before that draft, one of these drafts, and then 3 or 4 first-round picks. If you're the Denver Nuggets and you're looking to clean house like it looks like you're doing, I'm taking that deal. Like, is it crazy that before the season, I think you might have said it's crazy, but now that Luka Doncic got traded, I think anybody can get traded. So getting Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, Nikola Jokic, and 3 or 4 first-round picks to rebuild your franchise, I'm saying yes. If you're the Thunder, I don't know.
It's a toss-up. I'd say it's a toss-up.
Maybe if you lose this year.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll be as aggressive in the offseason if, like you said, if they do win out in the West. Like, they're going to be like, why the hell should we make changes?
Right.
If, something's not working, then maybe they'll be like, yo, we got to get aggressive.
Yeah, like maybe if they lose first round or second round. I mean,
which would be surprising.
Which would be surprising. I mean, they're a 60-plus win team.
But, I mean, also, they do have to get over the hump.
So
we'll see how they do this year. See if they are a championship team. If they're not, they got to change something up. Because
I agree. Do you want to hear my take for Nikola Jokic?
Let me hear it.
It's pretty much what everybody else is saying. I'm not gonna lie. I think the world needs to see Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic as teammates. Now, I think this is a post-LeBron era move. I think this happens after LeBron retires. I think it's about 2 or 3 years away. I don't think it would happen next year just because of salary cap purposes. But I think the trade package would look something like Austin Reeves, 25-year-old, do-it-all guard, great value, great contract. Rui Hachimura, 3-and-D wing, championship level, 4th option. Dalton Connect, who's looked like a Rookie of the Year candidate. He looks like he can be the number 2 or 3 on the championship team in the next 5 years. They have control of 2026 first-round pick, 2028 first-round pick, 2023 first-round pick, and probably another young piece, maybe like Jackson Hayes or something. I know we talk about Jackson Hayes all the time.
Jackson Hayes. Yeah. They'll bite on that.
Yeah, that'll move the needle for him. But something like that, I could see just forming a dynamic duo of Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. That would be absolutely deadly. Like 2 overseas players who pretty much capture how overseas players play. That's like the superstars of overseas. And I just think moving on from LeBron James, I think the move of acquiring Luka Doncic was for a post-LeBron rebuild.
Yeah.
Like LA needs stars. You need to sell tickets. If you're the Lakers, you're, in my opinion, the biggest franchise in not only the NBA, in sports. So you need to sell tickets. Tell me what would sell more tickets than Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. Like, can you actually imagine them on the same court together?
I could, but so what do you think he's gonna do for 2 to 3 years? Is he just gonna rot in Denver? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I was thinking. That's a great question, actually. That's what I was thinking when I was typing up these notes. I think they could still, like I said before, I think they could still be competitive in Denver, and as long as Nikola Jokic is on your team, you could put him on the damn Raptors or Nets, and they'd still be a competitive team. Maybe you hire somebody who, I don't really know who's open for, as a coach right now, but you move in somebody who, is a championship level coach. Maybe there's 10 or 15 of them in the league, and maybe you make some moves. You move on from Michael Porter Jr. Maybe the Nuggets, like something that they did the Warriors, right? The Warriors realize they have very few years left. They go out and acquire Jimmy Butler. They send their younger pieces out for Jimmy Butler. Yep. Maybe the Denver Nuggets' younger pieces are Michael Porter Jr., or guys like Jalen Puckett, guys like Christian Brown, right? And go get a third superstar next to Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. And if that doesn't work,
ship him out.
Then you ship him out. Kind of like what Philly's doing. But that shit didn't work, right?
Yeah.
They realized that Embiid and Maxey, that wasn't doing it, right? And they kept bringing in these older stars, James Harden. Now they have Paul George, and it's just like it won't work. So maybe Denver's gonna realize and be like, okay, listen, we tried our best. We go out and get, I don't know, Kevin Durant, right? They go out and get Kevin Durant. They ship the house for Kevin Durant, and they win 40 games, 45 games. They're like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna
see Jokic,
which is crazy to me. Like I don't. If I'm a Denver fan, I want Jokic to stay forever. If I'm a Denver front office, I want Jokic to stay forever. But in a hypothetical world, give me Jokic to the Lakers.
I mean, I'll be damned. The Lake Show, that'd be a team to reckon with.
I mean, if Rob Pelinka can make a trade for Luka Doncic, I think.
I mean, that would be a nice resume for him. Imagine that. I traded for Luka.
Probably be the best GM of all time.
Yeah. Well, Bob Myers.
That's true. You know what? I heard.
I saw he might go to Denver. Yeah.
Let's go to our daily dabble. Let's go. Okay, every single time on this podcast, we get together and we make a dabble entry. Now, if you want to copy this entry, Dabble literally has a social feed. It's like a For You page of picks. Get to see my pick, see Justin's pick, hit copy button. You can put 25 on it for free. We use my code All Talk Sports. My pick. We're going to stick along with the Luka Doncic train. 31.5. It's his first game back in Dallas. The story is there. Just take the more. Justin, what's your pick?
My pick is going with Jokic. I think he's going to play pissed off tonight. They got him at 31.5. I'm slamming the more here. I mean, this is a no-brainer for me.
I actually think he might go for 50.
Yeah. I mean, his head coach got fired. He's doing his own thing tonight. Give him the rock. Let's see what happens.
I love it. Anything else you want to say before we end the pod?
I'd like to see what happens, man, in Denver. I'm excited.
Let's do it, guys. If you stuck around for this long and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, which is crazy. It's crazy. We appreciate all the love on the podcast. It's done way better than the last podcast, but we're ramping things up.
Yep.
I'm excited for the NBA playoffs, then the off season, and then the new 2026 season. Hopefully, we'll make this thing a lot better and bigger.
You know what I'm excited for?
Let's hear it.
The Warriors to make it run in the playoffs.
Man, we might gotta see.
We'll see.
I catch y'all. Peace.